get a good angle, all the lights. So I'd literally just gotten out to go and head for the bus. I've just, oh shit, forgot my glasses. Well, I just noticed because I'm looking into the camera. I was like, something's missing. Oh god. Luckily they're for distance rather than close up, so that's not too bad, except for now that I'm looking ahead I can't see anything. This is what happens to me when I set off out sometimes. So I'll end up looking at my feet more, and then I'll look up and be like, oh, I forgot my glasses. So yeah, oh well. But morning, this is day 11. Just want to say a really big thank you to everybody who's been watching my Vlogmas. I hope you're all enjoying it. I haven't heard otherwise. I'm taking that as a yay. If any of you have any questions or want to ask me anything through Vlogmas, just leave the comments down below and I'll see what I can do, see what I can answer. If there's anything you'd like to see in particular, yeah, or if you want to just share something, go ahead. I am definitely not stopping you. So this morning I'm on my way to work, a little bit tired. I stayed up like maybe an hour later than I should have done. I was editing, but that means a couple of days of not having to sit up late editing, so that's not so bad. And I think the next day I need to edit is Friday, which I have an evening to myself, so I'll probably do a little bit of that and then try and get it posted on Saturday, which seems like a good day. So yeah, just getting ready to go to the bus. Haven't got much on today. Oh, it's at 4. I should be going to Knit Group later, so that'll be nice. So, currently really sorry I didn't actually take you to Knit Group yesterday. I had got home, made coffee, and then totally forgot I actually needed my phone. So I didn't end up taking you. It was a nice evening, there wasn't many people. Not much to say, did a few rows on my Advent socks, and I took my coffee, chilled out with the peoples. So yeah, it was nice. So this morning I've tried to put on some new boots that I bought a few weeks ago, and they're really beautiful, but they're so heavy and my knee is really hating it. So I'd only walked from the kitchen downstairs and I was like, oh, these are too heavy. This is working all right. I kind of propped you up on my trolley, my craft trolley. new methods. And I've got my Christmas sweaters on. So, a breast shot. So, I hope you're all doing well. This is the 12th. I kind of missed yesterday a little bit because I was going to take you to my knit group and totally forgot my phone. So that wasn't very good of me. And I've had a bit of a day where it's been a bit dull. I've been working and then I went actually to the walk-in centre this afternoon to get my leg checked over because it's starting to get close to the holiday season and I wanted to get it looked at. And after 6 weeks of it being like this, I figured I should probably check I didn't need any more advice, check what is actually going on. So basically I went for a bit of an examination. All is fine, by the way, but it's not just my knee. So I've actually injured my shin splint, which in turn is creating the knee pain. So, and the swelling in my knee. So when I was telling her, I was explaining that actually I'm getting a really weird tenderness and soreness in my shin, and I explained where, and she told me that actually that's my shin splint, and if I've hurt my shin splint, that kind of travels, so that's why I'm gaining knee pain, which makes sense. So just really a bit annoyed and a little bit gutted. I asked how maybe I've gotten this, and she said, well, usually it is actually only tends to be runners. I don't run, but I walk plenty, and I always have. And she was like, maybe you've been walking a little bit too briskly, and therefore maybe heavy walking has actually created this problem. So I need to take it careful, very careful for a while now. So that means my weeks are going to be boring, especially the next 6 weeks. So plenty of crafting time though. That means that I'll be in, resting, and when I'm out walking, it'll be very little and I'll be very slow about it. So yeah. Oh well. If it isn't one thing, it's another. Seems to be how my life is going over the past few years. But we'll get there. Thought I was on like a home stretch of being like quite healthy, and then this autumn has just whooped my ass. I've got my coffee in my new favourite Christmas mug. I don't think you've seen this one yet. Oh, and it says, without trying to, I might have to move you slightly because I don't want to tip my coffee everywhere. Fa la 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 llama. I'm childish. So I brought you in the craft room for a little bit. My parents are coming to visit this evening. It's my dad's birthday yesterday, but I have his present and card, and because we don't have our car fixed, it is fixed, but it's not with us yet. So I invited them over so that he can collect his present. I was going to say prize. That's how often I'm used to like podcasts. He can collect his prize. He's winning. So I thought I'd go through a few things that are on my desk this evening, because I've had a few quiet days and I've not really shared very much with you guys. And my next vlog will be really like small and measly in comparison to the last one, which isn't always a bad thing though. Like the small ones mean that you can get through a few extra vlogmases. So first things first, my advent for today. I opened up my sock one and I have this beautiful grey number, Purple Sprouting Yarn Nebula colourway. Isn't this a gorgeous grey? And it's got like little hints of like a more navy, grey navy colour and purple. So that's really pretty and subtle. My socks aren't very subtle, my advent socks. They're quite yellow, brown, bright. But I've gone on to a beige colour, which means that I could probably travel into this quite nicely. And the other two colours that I got on the 11th and the 10th, so 10th, I got this beautiful pink one, which wouldn't have gone in my socks at all at the time. So I saved it aside. But that certainly goes quite nicely with the grey one. And then the 11th, I got this really cute, pretty blue one and a cute little stitch marker. So they all kind of go quite nicely together. So maybe the back end of my socks will travel into a more subtle tones. So that's cute. Or I saved these for a shorty pair of Advent socks because I do plan on making a shorty pair because I love my short Advent socks from a couple of years ago that I did in the 4 knits, and I bought a mini skein set that was Christmas themed before all the Advent things started coming out. She did a Christmas mini skein set, and I loved those mini skeins so much, and I think they were about, I think it worked out to be about £25, and they were all like little 10-gram minis. They were probably a good 10 colours, 10 grams, and it was like £25, and they were beautiful and great. And I think doing that is really nice for Advent because it's not like extortionate, but it meant I could make myself a pair of Christmas socks. So that was really lovely, and they're one of my favourites, and I still have some of the yarn left over to put in my blanket at some point, and I think I might do that this time round. And then my day 12 from Crookie Creates. Ooh, it's like a little bat. Ooh, it's green. Exciting. There's purple as well. That's cool. So although I've got the bad knee, which isn't just a bad knee, I realised that I have 2 legs. So last night I came in here and I actually did just a small spin, but I did a bit of spinning. It was really nice. So I think I'm going to just take off a small chunk of fibre and spin a little bit when I get home with my opposite leg, my good leg, which will now be referred to. So that's exciting. So I've got my fibre over, and then I got a little bit of parcel postage today. So I had a little bit of pennies left, and I was like, I could save these pennies and get a couple of my remaining presents, or I could just get those on payday and treat myself now while this is in stock. And I'm glad I did, because then Almas actually then advertised that she got some stock in her shop, and it probably might have disappeared. So I jumped on her Etsy store. What are you doing, mate? It's going where the printer is. There's no need to go down there. Behave. So I went on her Etsy store, and she had this beautiful braid of fibre. Really cute. It's cream, loads of pastel tones, gorgeous pinks, and like muted aqua greens and peaches and little hints of yellow. And if you watch the Yarnia Designs Tales of Yarnia podcast with lovely Hannah, you'll have seen her spinning this fibre and she's now made it into a free pattern, a cowl pattern. So if you've not checked that out, you should go on Ravlery and have a look at Hannah's designs, which is Yarnia Designs, and she's actually hand spun and knitted a free cowl pattern. So that's really nice. Thank you, Hannah. So I've been spying that project for a while and fell in love with the fibre. I remember getting it at a show and being like, oh, if I'd been there, if I'd have been at that show, I would have died and bought the same fibre. But I weren't, because I live further away. But then this popped up in the shop, and originally about a month ago, Almas wasn't too well, but she'd updated her store with some of this, but I couldn't afford it at the time. It like kind of corresponded with payday, but I'd already kind of spent that month and couldn't afford to do it. So I waited, and then I jumped on and found this just sat there. So I purchased. And I was going to save it till Christmas, but I decided to open it because I'm having a rough day and I wanted cheering up, And I can always wrap it again to reopen it at Christmas if I want. But anyway, so I bought this. It looks a little bit, the like pastel tones are slightly brighter. I think because we're in a darkened room. My video records better when it's in like a natural light as well. But it's really pretty. And she included a really cute little charm as a little gift. So thank you, Almas. She included this little glass progress keeper charm, which she really didn't have to. I don't know if it's gonna zoom. What else? I don't know if there is anything. Oh, we voted today. So it was the polling day today in the UK. So tomorrow we might wake up in a very horrible Britain again for the second time. I'm sorry, but the last time this happened, it wasn't nice, was it? So anyway, I'm going to get off in time for my parents to visit, and I hope you all have a nice evening. Hello. So this is Friday evening. I thought I'd check in. I've not really done very much today or this week so far, so kind of just been in the bath and sat and done a little bit of knitting and kind of chilled out this evening. It's been a little bit of a rough one. Yeah, kind of been in quite a bit of pain, so that's not really exciting or interesting. It's just been a long day. And I think I'm quite tired, so I stayed up a little bit later the past few nights, kind of enjoying Vlogmas, and then last night obviously there was the polls for the voting. So I did stay up a little bit later than I should have done, so I've ended up tired and quite stressed today, which I always end up a bit more stressed if I've not slept very well. So I don't think that's helped. And then I had a stressful incident on my walk home, which I did share in my stories. A man was quite rude and nasty to me as I was walking home. I'd not done anything. I was walking with my groceries and I was struggling a little bit, and I'd stopped to adjust my bandage on my leg. And then he came up from behind and was like, "Why are you wearing a bandage for?" And I was like, "What?" And I think I said, like, because I'm injured. Because clearly I don't just wear them for nothing. And then he was like, "Ah, you're injured? Ah." Like, who does that? He was being a complete ass. So it left me really like tense, and I was already a bit stressy and left me a bit angry as well. So I've not had the most settled evening. And now that that's passed, I'm feeling a little bit tired. I did quite a bit of walking yesterday to get to the polling. Well, to get to the, this is going to sound ridiculous, to get to the walk-in centre to get checked. And then, so now I know what's wrong with my leg. Just see how I get on, really. I mean, I've got this weekend to relax and rest. The only thing is that 2 days isn't really enough rest, and so 2 days of resting to 5 days of pottering, which I have to do when I go to work and I'm in an office. I have to do things for myself, so it's like I can't just be static. And to be fair, it's not easy putting your leg up either when you're at work. So I'm a little bit I'm kind of ready. I'm ready for the holidays now, so that I can actually can actually properly rest up and hopefully get where my body is healing, that would be nice. That would be an absolute godsend right now. So yeah, I don't really want to be too disappointing this evening, but I haven't really done much vlogging this week. I hope you don't mind about that. I'm hoping that tomorrow, after some good rest tonight, that tomorrow, with it being the weekend, although I am resting, I'm hoping to do maybe a few things that I might be able to vlog, and that might be slightly interesting to you guys, and that hopefully might make me feel a little bit more like positive and upbeat. So I think, yeah, I think a little bit of time in my craft room is in order. I'm blabbering on for 10 whole minutes. I'm sorry. Have a lovely evening, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow with something a little bit more positive and a little bit more the usual me. We'll see.